Most people think that their scars are the reason that they don't feel attractive anymore. Their ostomy bag, their altered body, their surgery. But what if that's not actually the problem? What if the real problem is a belief that got installed before or after surgery? A belief that says, I'm less desirable now. I'm less attractive now. I'm less worthy of intimacy now. Here's what I've learned. Your subconscious mind doesn't care whether a belief is true. It only cares whether it's repeated. If you've spent months or years repeating a story that says you're broken, damaged, or undesirable, eventually your mind starts treating that story like reality. So today I want to show you why body shame isn't really a body problem. It's a subconscious programming problem. And once you understand that, everything can begin to change. So, welcome to Intimacy After Ostomy podcast. I'm your host, Trina Ricketts, the intimate ostomate. And today I'm talking about body shame. Most people believe body confidence works like this: my body changes, my confidence changes, and then my life changes. It feels logical. The surgery happened, then the shame happened. Case closed, right? But here's what doesn't make sense. If surgery automatically created shame, then why do some people become deeply confident after surgery? Why do some people date and fall in love and feel sexy and powerful and beautiful, despite having same or similar scars and the same procedures? Something else must be happening. And this is what most people don't realize. Visualization isn't really about creating a future. It's about creating familiarity with the future you're creating. Your brain trusts what is familiar. And after surgery, the only future that you've become familiar with is the one where you're ashamed. You imagine rejection, judgment, and discomfort. You imagine embarrassment and humiliation over and over and over. And without realizing it, you've been visualizing shame every day. So the question isn't, why am I ashamed? The question is, what future have I been rehearsing? So I remember a period after my first ostomy surgery where I couldn't imagine intimacy. Not because I wasn't physically able, but because every scenario in my mind ended badly. Every mental movie ended with rejection or embarrassment or being a disappointment. But I wasn't actually seeing reality. I was rehearsing my fears. And eventually I realized something amazing. My brain doesn't recognize whether my fears are real or imagined. It just responds to repetition. So, which meant that I had unknowingly become an expert at visualizing shame. Most people approach healing like this. When I finally feel confident, then I'll date. Then I'll travel. Then I'll wear what I want. And then I'll let someone see me naked. Then I'll start living. But do you notice what's happening here? Confidence has been placed in the future. It's always one more breakthrough away, one more year away, one more healing milestone away, one more therapy session away. It's like a carrot dangling on a stick. The feeling of worthiness stays permanently ahead of you. You've accidentally created an identity built around becoming confident rather than being confident. But the most painful part isn't your changed body after surgery. It's what this belief is costing you. It's the life that gets built around shame, the conversations that you don't have, and the dates that you don't go on, and the clothes that you don't wear, the photos that you avoid, the affection that you pull away from, the opportunities to be seen, to connect, to feel desired, to feel alive, those opportunities that you don't take. Because the belief isn't just changing how you see yourself, it's changing how you show up in your life. And eventually, your life prison becomes invisible. You stop asking whether that belief is true because you've just come to believe it, and you start organizing your entire life around it. So I want you to think about it like this. There are two versions of you. Version one visualizes from shame. Version 2 visualizes from worth. The first person asks, how do I become attractive again? The second person asks, if I already knew I was attractive, how would I live today? The first person visualizes survival, but the second person visualizes possibility. And the first rehearses rejection, while the second rehearses connection. Same body, same surgery, different identity. And that difference changes everything. So I want you to stop visualizing a different body. Most people accidentally do that. Instead, I want you to visualize a different relationship with your body. Close your eyes and picture yourself 10 weeks from now, not with a new body, not with a perfect body, your body, exactly the way it is. Now imagine you're laughing with friends, you're wearing clothes you love, you're taking photos, and you're allowing yourself to be touched. You're being seen, maybe even naked, and you're connecting, you're living. So notice something about that. Your body didn't change in this, your identity did. Imagine for a moment that your mind is a movie studio. Every day, whether you realize it or not, it's producing a film about your future. For some people, it's a story about rejection and limitations and being damaged. It's a story about what was lost. And after watching that movie enough times, you start believing it's true. But I've got some good news. You can change the script and you can become intentional about the story that you're rehearsing. Your nervous system doesn't simply respond to what's happened to you. It responds to what you repeatedly expect, imagine, and emotionally experience. When you begin creating a different movie, one filled with courage and possibility, connection, gratitude, and hope, something starts to shift. And it's not because you're pretending, it's because you're practicing. You're rehearsing a new way of being. And eventually, the story that you've been watching becomes the life you're willing to step into. So here's a question for you. If I could watch the movie playing in your mind every day, what kind of film would it be? Would it be a story about loss and fear and a story about everything that changed? Or would it be a story about courage and possibility and connection? The reason visualization is so powerful is because most people don't realize that they're already doing it. They're just visualizing the wrong movie. They're replaying the scenes that reinforce shame and the belief that life got smaller after surgery. The work isn't learning how to visualize because you intuitively already know how to do it. The work is becoming conscious of the story that you're rehearsing and deciding whether it's a story worth living. The reason visualization heals body shame isn't because it's magic. It's because shame survives on repetition. And visualization allows you to start repeating a different story, a different future, a different identity, not someday, now. What it comes down to is that the surgery did change your body. That's true. But the story that tells you that you're less desirable or less attractive or less worthy of intimacy, that's not the surgery. That's the programming. And anything that was programmed can be reprogrammed. So remember, when you're imagining your future, you're not pretending, you're practicing. Now, if you want to learn more about how my coaching services can help you visualize a future that you would love and intimacy that you're excited to engage in, then please send me a message. You can find me through my website at intimateostomate.com. I love you.